Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to talk to you about the TPIE show. What is TPIE? The Tropical Plant Industry Exposition. It's a show held every January in sunny Florida, and they spotlight what's new, exciting, on trend in the plant and flower world. It's a great way to start the year. Sunny Florida, new plants, we should be there. January 21st to the 23rd, it's 3 full days, educational options as well as displays. You can go and see what's new and exciting. Right now, interesting foliages are trending strong in the flower world, not just in plants like the bromeliad, but also in cuts like with the ruscus, plumosa, even variegated lilygrass, and that grand makes a wonderful accent to an arrangement. You may see tillandsias, you may see succulents, you'll probably see orchids. Who knows? There's going to be so much new and exciting, you're going to have to be there to see it for yourself. For the container, this interesting ceramic looks like barnacles from Accent Decor. I filled it with foam. It took a third of a brick, and then a half a brick. Great water reservoir, so it's very long lasting. To anchor the tillandsia, I want to prep that ahead of time too. So I've got my container ready. The tillandsia, I use a 22 gauge wire and actually just feed it between a couple of the leaves, bring it around, twist it. So it kind of locks it together, and then a wood pick attached to that wire, and it'll be ready to anchor right into the foam. It's such an exciting time to be a florist because there are so many different materials available to us. So as I design this, I'm going to start with the foliage using a bit of ruscus, coming upwards, creating vertical movement, and repeating those lines. Then bringing in some of the lilygrass, this in the green rather than variegated, lining it up on my finger so it's all going the same way. If I want a little more curve, use the back of the knife. Then give it a cut, set it in. A classic asymmetrical beginning here. Maybe add a little bit of texture with some of the plumosa. Letting it come out to the side. A little bit upwards on this side. Maybe another piece, letting it drape out the front. And even in the back, you don't want to leave anything bare. Then I could go back, and one of the joys of keeping plants in a flower shop is if you use your plants as cuttings, you can take a leaf or two off. It doesn't hurt anything, and then go ahead and use them in your arrangements. You can still sell the plant. It's still beautiful. In fact, it'll grow better if you prune it occasionally. So just tucking them in. Maybe 3 leaves from this plant, and then I better leave it alone so that I can still use it later. Then maybe going back with the tillandsia and using it as an accent, anchoring it right down, front and center, making sure it's anchored in well. Isn't that lovely? So quickly with just foliages and 1 tillandsia. The textural base, now you're just ready for flowers. Adding in some liatris, tall and stately. Grouping them together upright, create vertical drama. Stair-stepping your eye downward. Of course, bringing some to the back as well so that you've got dimension. You don't want it to be flat. Creating movement towards the back of the design. And then to expand on this vertical line, coming down the front with a bit of hanging amaranthus, helping to break the line of the container, tucking it in below the tillandsia. And then adding a bit of brunia to pick the silver up. Bring it upwards. And then filling in. maybe a rose here, a carnation there. It doesn't matter. You just want a little bit of color to finish filling in to make your design full and lush, but keeping the focus on the foliages. To finish the design, just adding a little bit more foliage, maybe some lily grass on this side, maybe a few Gaelic leaves to just finish covering up the foam, making sure there's no mechanics showing. Gaelics are still trending strong. They've been around for years, but where would we be without a Gaelic leaf? Just one of those greens that you've got to have, and it covers mechanics so quickly. Fills in, adding one more of the Brunia towards the back to bring the gray color around, and then just double checking the design front to back to make sure everything's covered and filled in and beautiful. I'm always so inspired when I visit the TPIE show. If you have the opportunity, please do. If you don't have the opportunity, here's a little teaser of what you would have seen. Maybe plan for it next year. Now, if you've got questions, if you're wondering where to find these things, don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. You can reach us by telephone at 503-223-8089, or of course through the website at flowerschool.com, where you'll find more inspiration. And I'd love to see what you create. Send me a photograph. Just snap a picture and email it to my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at FloyalDesignInstitute.com. Now it's your turn. Have fun and do something you love.